Okay, hi. So I'm gonna do this one in an American accent. I'm not doing it just to annoy you, I'm doing it because I have to keep it on for my play tonight. So don't mind it, okay? And also, my tripod is actually being used as a prop in the production, so we're gonna have to live with selfie mode today. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry, actually. So, as part of my How to Become a Freelancer, or rather, like how I became a freelancer series, I'm gonna talk about networking. So, before we even get into anything, the first point that I want to make is that networking isn't just about talking to people or emailing them. You have to follow through on whatever help they give you. So, if they introduce you to somebody or they invite you to an event or an audition or whatever, you should go. And that helps in so many ways, right? Firstly, the person who's helping you knows that you're not just like asking around, they know that you're serious and you want to do it. Secondly, everyone's opinion is subjective, right? It depends so much on their own experience. And so the only way that you'll really know if you want to do this is if you actually do it. So you have to follow up and follow through and like go do it, right? So that being said, I'll take it to point number two, which is that everybody sort of feels kind of awkward asking people for help and asking people to talk about what they do and get more details. But honestly, if you give someone a stage and a mic and say like, tell me about you, tell me about your life, tell me about what you do, they will be willing to talk about it. Honestly, I mean, when people ask me about my life and my work, I mean, I just started a YouTube channel, right? That's what everybody does, right? Anyway, so I really don't think it's that awkward to ask somebody to talk about what they do if you want to learn more about their jobs or their lives. So I think that first step of awkwardness can be taken care of, right? Thirdly, there are non awkward ways to get help and get introductions. What I do is I just post publicly, like on Facebook or on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. And so whoever wants to help can reach out. It doesn't have to be like I'm nagging one specific person who might be really busy, who might not like you, who might not want to help you. But you could just post publicly and then people will reach out, you know. And if they don't, you can like reach out to specific people over like text or email or message or whatever and like let them get back to you. That way you're not being like too awkward about it. And that's worked really well for me so far. The third thing is that you don't have to have everything figured out before you ask to talk to somebody. To give you an example, I wanted to do stuff in like marketing and fashion and like marketing for fashion, but I don't have a background in any of those things. And so you go online and you're like, oh, social media marketing for fashion. And it's like 5 year degree, 2 years experience, full time job, 2 year contract, it's in a different city, yada yada. And like, I don't want to make that kind of commitment and I don't have the qualifications to do it. So I just talked to a bunch of people who were working in those fields and they connected me to different opportunities, right? They're like, oh, there's these small brands, they need help, you want experience, it's a win win. And sure, they may not be able to pay you a ton of money or they may pay you back in favors or introductions. But if you're doing it just to try it out, it's a great option, I think. Everybody wins, everybody gets a chance to try something new. And so you can just take it from there. You don't have to commit to getting another degree or taking a diploma course or whatever. It doesn't have to be that complicated because the people who are in the field that you want to get into have the realities of their day-to-day lives and they know better than Google for sure. The next point that I want to make is that you don't really have to ask for help a lot of the time. You can just sort of declare that you want to do something or try something and people will connect you. That part like amazed me. I just talked to a bunch of people and I was like, I want to be an actor. And I just like said it and they were like, "Oh yeah, I know somebody who does production. I know somebody who does theater. I'll introduce you." And then going back to point 1, you follow up and you actually go do it, right? And so I did that and it like a lot of the work that I get today is because of those connections, those introductions. So I just want to say that you don't have to like go to meetup groups or networking events and be around a bunch of strangers that you don't want to be around. The people that you already know are great resources. You just have to put it out there. And I know that in India especially, there's a lot of this, I'm going to jinx it if I say it out loud. Honestly, I feel like it's not going to work because you're not saying it out loud. Just talk to people about it and they'll be willing to help you. And so they help you, you help someone else, pay it forward, And before you know it, the world's a better place. We can make it a better place, right? So as always, my email address and my social media deets are in the description below. If you do have specific questions that you want to talk to me about, I would highly recommend email because I lose track of messages on social media. And social media for me is more just like posting random stuff, like keeping up with my friends. So email and stay in touch and we'll talk and you can ask for help anytime with me. Okay, bye.